Well, there is a point in every campaign of startling clarity. No margin for error. We are faced with absolutes. Win here, and they survive. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Flamengo need all the support they can get here. To say this is crucial would be to understate massively. Looking for a runner. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Nunez! And there's his chance to lead the counter. Foden does really well there. He is strong. A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen. Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Now here is a true legend of the game. In fact, some still say, Jim, that he's the greatest number one there's ever been.
The mighty Gianluigi Buffon. Yeah, he might get my vote too, Peter. When you consider his consistency at the highest level, okay, he may not be as skillful with the ball at his feet as some of the younger contenders, but you certainly wouldn't want him lining up for the opposition. What a goalkeeper.
Tries to pass it through. Quarter of an hour played. Davids. Now it's Cruyff. Pass is just off target. Flamengo still without a single shot on target. And here's Nunez. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Good ball, good take. Oh, that's fabulous. Gets his head on it! And he's quick to get rid. Vitoria do have a chance to counter here. Darwin. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Davids. He shifted it to the flank. And claimed it back swiftly. And here's Dani Olmo. Driving through. He's had a shot! And it's Caicedo. This is a promising build-up. He's in a good position here. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Well, they've got it again. That is ended up in no man's land. There's the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Defending of the desperate variety. Dani Olmo, absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Cruyff. Dahari. Gattuso. Cruyff. Pacho gets over and intercepts. Dahari. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Now it's Eto'o. Caicedo calmly anticipates. Looking for the run. Always onto this.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Cruyff. And he was quick to react. And he's intervened well there. Rijkaard. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Quality ball. Takes a shot! Same again, same outcome.
Vitoria really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
And that signals the end of the first period. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So, nothing to report so far on the goals front.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. So straight into the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Alaba. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And it's Davids. And this is Cruyff. Cruyff unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Shevchenko. Rijkaard. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. And it's Olmo. And smartly reclaimed. Oh, no joy this time. Caicedo is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And he scores! The deadlock broken in this defining game.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Well, the manager must have thought to himself, we're just narrowly ahead, so it's best to withdraw anybody showing signs of fatigue.
Flamengo penetrate first. It is and a shot! He won't be happy with that one. Zambrota. And he whips it in. And he's there to clear it. That's an imaginative pass.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Looking to play him in. And this is Messi. Oh, well played. Deftly away. Foden. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now. And the finish! And that would have been some goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why. There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Cristiano Ronaldo, an individual who's prepared to shoot any time, any place. Well, that has not gone well. Flamengo do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Oh, that's ambitious. Alaba promptly onto that, and that is that. Shevchenko.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And here's Messi. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And here's Mbappe. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Oh, they could be caught out here. He is through here. Now, can he find a finish? Chance! And that's a good finish. A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Flamengo are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash. And no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We are just getting started. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is a key component.
Can he finish? And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash. And no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Wow, this truly is impressive. The future Camp Nou, it has been christened. A show of power, prominence, prestige for Barcelona. We're up and running then. He won't be happy with that one. Bruno Henrique is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Tries from distance. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
And it's Neymar. Couldn't squeeze it through. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival, and that's really well manoeuvred. Pelé, Flamengo do have a chance to counter here. Not the most convincing of passes. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Jorginho does really well to win the ball there. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Pelé. And he welcomes it in. He's picked his way through. Nicely shaped cross. Flamengo still without a single shot on target. Now this could be a... Bruno Henrique! Oh, crossbar!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Neymar. Now it's Pelé. He's in a great position here. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Looking to play him in. Whistle goes again. It's another offside decision. Now it's Andreas Pereira. Oh, that's fabulous. And that is headed... And a header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Tries to play it through. That's a pretty loose pass. Neymar.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And that's been slipped through. He's in one-on-one. And the ball's come loose here. And the shot! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
That's a super give and go. Cross goes in there. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Played back in. And the header is disappointing in the end.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Flamengo with the corner. They're first. Oh, good effort! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
That has been slung wide. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. And the finish! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. He leaps for it! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Bruno Enrique. Pele. And he's quick to snatch it back. Everton. Neymar. Now it's Neymar. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. And we are up to the break.
Flamengo certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half, especially the way they were able to turn it on in the last few minutes. I can see them coming out with more menace, more meaningfulness after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. Back on the way then.
Flamengo clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, no question, that's a foul. Jorginho. Passing nice and neat. He is through here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That'll be a throw-in. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Bruno Henrique. Lino. Bruno Henrique. Pele. Now it's Neymar. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Takes a shot! That is ended up in no man's land. Good ball, good take. Nicked it back promptly. Look at the space. Big chance! And that should get the job done. Goalless still. Neither side really getting onto the front foot. Cute ball now. How can he reach it? Always goal side. Chance! And he makes no mistake. Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Flamengo can now introduce the first of their substitutes. So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's got this place bouncing. Just listen to the noise all around us. Now they have all of this positive energy to feed off.
Oh, great chance! And a chance! And he nearly went all the way.
That was some seriously slick play. Pretty much textbook apart from the finish. Very impressive movement.
And that has put paid to that. Goes looking wide. Jorginho cuts it out. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. That's good play. Neymar.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Now it's Luis Araujo.
Luis Araujo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And Neymar. And the shot! It's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Flamengo are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off their shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Lino. Looking for options for movement. Neymar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's got away.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Neymar powering forward here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Shot a goal! He's got a goal! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Flamengo cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. He has found the way through. And he's quick to get rid. Intercepts the throw, that's well read.
Flamengo really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
They really do have to make something of this. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. That's put paid to the danger. Now it's Neymar. Flamengo close now to seeing this one through to the end. And he's picked it up out wide. And it's made its way to him. He's shooting! And that's a tidy finish. We thought they were done, but never say never. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. Final checks on the touchline, a change about to occur. So all square with almost no time remaining.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time.
He's found a way through. Still nothing in it, and we will be back for 30 more minutes. So, that was the second half.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So a brief break, and then we will be back for more. No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Flamengo conceded an equaliser late on. Now they have to do it all again. Do they have what it takes? Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Neymar. And that's been slipped through. And he was quick to react. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Neymar. And that has been cut short. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's a key interception. De Arrascaeta. Now, can they get him away? And this is Pele, and the shot! And how did he not put that away?
Ah, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Flamengo have their third corner. Flamengo are looking to go forward now. No, that's been intercepted. This looks promising. Neymar has been caught there. It's a foul. Quickly taken. And this is Neymar. Shapes to shoot! And no, he couldn't find the finish. Now it's Neymar. Shot, surely! And again! He lifts the roof! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
And it is half-time in extra time. So the very last of the action is still to come. Two teams separated here by the smallest of margins. Fingernails well bitten everywhere. And so the last chance to find a winner. This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Can he finish?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pele. Now it's Neymar. Luis Araujo. Neymar wins the duel this time. Tries a shot! And yes, it's there! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here. Neymar cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And it's made its way to him. And this is Pele. Pulgar. And here's Neymar.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
It's Pele! Oh, he's done it! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Flamengo, and that's it. Flamengo have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Flamengo really...